So now that your APIs are live, let's take a look at analytics. Analytics are very important as they give you a key insight into the performance and adoption of your API. Is the API performing as expected? What is the error rate? Are app developers using those APIs as you intended? All of these questions can help you further enhance the API in future iterations, so analytics will play a key role in your API journey. Analytics data can be found under the Analyze menu in the sidebar. From here, you will see a variety of different types of analytics, including proxy performance, developer engagement, latency analysis, and much more. Over the next few minutes, let's do a quick rundown of each of these. Proxy performance is exactly how it sounds. Here you will find the performance metrics for your API proxy, primarily the total traffic with success and error rates, and the average response times. The example you're seeing here is the average traffic and performance for all API proxies, but you can deep dive into an individual proxy by using the drop-down Proxy menu. The duration can also be adjusted using the buttons at the top. Here's another example of the same proxy performance data shown, but in a different format. In this case, it shows the traffic and average response times by API proxy instead of the overall performance shown previously. Let's say that, instead of the API proxy performance, you want to view the target performance. You can also do this via the target performance page. From here, you can view the traffic and success error rates by target IP. And you can also adjust the duration or drill down into a specific target in the same way mentioned previously. From the latency analysis page, you can view the response times from the app developer's perspective, from the target, and the processing time. This is a very important metric to keep an eye on, since the adoption of your API is hugely influenced by the response time. Nobody likes it when an app or web page takes a long time to load. In fact, from our annual Apigee Institute survey, we have found that a response time difference of as little as 250 milliseconds may be enough to drive a user away from an application. If you're utilizing caching in the API platform, the caching performance page will be beneficial to you. Here you can find performance metrics related to your cache, including the number of hits to the cache. From this page, you can also access the cache configuration settings using the link at the top. Developer engagement analytics is very helpful as it gives you insight into the app developers using your services and the frequency in which they use them. From here, you can determine the adoption rate of your services and can adjust accordingly. Do your APIs need to scale due to an unexpected increase in app developers? Are your APIs not meeting the levels of adoption you were expecting? These are the types of data you can determine from this page. This is a cool one. GeoMap allows you to see where your API traffic is being called from. It provides a nifty world map that color codes each country where your API is being used. If you can get most of the countries on this map colored in, I would say your APIs are off to a good start. We've shown the success and error rates previously, but let's say you want to deep dive into what's causing those errors. With the Error Analytics page, you can view specific error-related metrics such as error percentage in the proxy versus the target. We see developers and support teams use this data a lot, since the first step in solving an error is usually to determine if it's from an API proxy itself or the backend. So, by now we've shown you a lot of different reports available through the Apigee Edge UI. But what if you have a specific report in mind that we didn't show? No problem. Through our Apigee Edge UI, you can also create your own custom report. We provide a wide variety of fields that you can add to your custom report, so you'll be able to create the exact view you need. So now that you have insight into Apigee Edge UI analysis capabilities, remember that analytics are not just used to show traffic or error rates. It can also be a useful tool to understand more about your API, including the adoption of your services, assistance in pinpointing an error, or how your API proxies are being called. Be sure to play around with the custom reports as well.